bum, da 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 da, bum, bum, da. So I'm a little over halfway in Midnight Girls, and y'all, this book is really cute. Cute is not the great way to say it. It's really good. Right now we're getting a lot of action. I'm really enjoying the just the world that this author's built. It's getting like Polish, like Poland vibes. That's what I feel like we're getting, like Tsarinas and like a lot of the Polish folklore. I feel like that's what we're getting in this book, and it's just very interesting. And I really like how the Midnight Girls are described, or like the girls are described, because it's coming across very like the monsters they turn into. It's kind of very descriptive. It's very interesting to see what they look like when they're, using their powers. So I'm enjoying it. It's going pretty well. I'm not hating it.
Moment for so long.
We are free.
I feel like 2.5 hours. We've been in this parking lot.
Stuck here in the parking lot.
But we're leaving the parking lot. We'll be doing this again tomorrow. All right, so I have managed to recover from the BTS concert, and was able to finish one Netgalley book. I know, I had so many plans to read so many other books. Maybe I'll get to more. I just know there's lots to do. And yeah, so how did I feel about Midnight Girls? Midnight Girls was very good, y'all. I'm giving it 5 stars. It's just who doesn't love sapphic villains? Like, I really didn't know that's what I needed, but it's what I needed. Like, I needed this. I didn't know it until I got there, and I was like, really, just the fact that they turn into these monsters is just so intriguing to me. Like, it's just so descriptive. I don't even know how I can say it better. Like, they're just so badass. Like, they're just very cool. Their whole like transformation, I just find it very interesting, and I enjoyed it. So I'm giving it 5 stars to this YA fantasy called Midnight Girls. If you guys are interested, I say try it out and see if you like it. If not, just say, oh, Mo liked it and not me. But anyway, I enjoyed it. It was really fun.
Okay, y'all, okay. I had to just come on here and talk to you really quick because I actually started this book already, but it's Icebreakers. This is such a fun book. Okay, so it's a male hockey romance. These two guys are in college. They're both fighting for like the top ranking, or like, draft pick. That's what it is. They're fighting to be like the #1 draft pick for the NHL. They're like mortal enemies, or like, in hockey or whatever. And I'm 30% in. I'm also going to do a 50%, but, I just thought I'd go ahead and like start this before I got like too far into it, where I just like started at 50. But do you guys know those books that just kind of are written so well, they just kind of like suck you in? That's what's happening right now. That is what's happening right now. So I'm having a freaking phenomenal time. I don't know what the drama is going to be. That being said, the main guy, what is his name? It's like something James. It's like Mickey. Oh, Mickey. There we go. Mickey, he's like 5'5", and he's a hockey player. And apparently that's like very, very short, which I believe. I just got to a part where there's like, they're in the same hotel room. But they like hate each other, but they like, there's like some sexual tension there. Anyway, I don't know if I'm making any sense, but this book, I'm having such a good time. Okay, I'm gonna check into the 50%. I really have that 5-star feeling like right now, unless something cuckoo bananas happens, y'all, like freaking crazy. Okay, if that happens, then obviously. But I know that this book does come out in January, so get your purses ready. Get your purses ready. Not kidding, this is such a good book. Okay, 10 out of 10, I'm gonna buy it. 10 out of 10. Anyway, okay. Hello, my babies. What's up? The fun thing here is I've got the day off. And the second thing is, obviously, this is the 50% check-in for Icebreaker. Guys, I don't see how this book cannot be good. You know what I mean? I'm having such a good time. And at the 50% mark, you know, some things have happened on the relationship front, some milestones. That was really exciting. Love that. I'm really interested in this story because of the hockey element. Like, I never thought that I would like really like that. Like, not that I'm like against it, but I guess now that I think about it, I do like sports. So what am I doing? I will say that like the hockey elements aren't overwhelming. It's not like too much. Like, I literally know zero things about hockey. Not that I haven't watched it before. I just like don't know the rules or anything. So it's not like one of those books where it tries to like teach you all the stuff, and like it's not too much. It's more about the relationship. And I'm really enjoying that our main character is having to deal with all the pressure of being like a freshman in college, being a hockey player that's like being considered for the NHL, as well as someone who battles with depression. And so far, like, our main character does not take any kind of medication or anything for depression. So it's kind of interesting to see how he has these really high moments in the book, and then all of a sudden he'll be like really withdrawn and kind of disassociated and stuff like that. So it's just good to see. It's a refreshing perspective of depression, because I honestly don't remember the last time I read a book like this where it wasn't just kind of like, oh, the person is depressed, like it's stated, but this is like really showing the reader kind of how our main character Mickey is dealing with it. So I'm like having such a good time, guys. I'm telling you, I think this is a 5-star. I'm planning on buying this when it comes out in January. So it's just such a good book. And the romance is spicy, but like not too spicy, you know what I mean? It is, you know, a little fade to black, but I'm okay with that because these are younger characters. So I don't know how I'd feel about that if I was, you know, as an adult reading about that. Anyway, long story short, I'm having a fun time, and I will check in at the end. But guys, I really think that this is going to be a 5-star read. I have no doubts. Okay, I think that's all I wanted to say. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Hello, my beautiful party people. I feel like I always intro with that little thing. But yeah, so I finished Icebreaker, and let me tell you guys, that 5-star feeling was not wrong. Okay, this book was so freaking good. Not only did it deal with mental health, specifically depression and anxiety, super well. Like, literally the way that this young man had to deal with it is exactly the way that like I have experienced it before. And like there was like a situation where like he was drinking but also on medication, and it was like crazy, and I was like, oh my god, what's happening? So anyway, it was just a fun time. This is set in college. So that being said, this book was so freaking good. I could not put it down. I literally binged the whole thing. I can't remember the last time I read a Netgalley book that quickly. So anyway, highly recommend. I already put it on my list, my wish list to buy it because it's just that good. Like, I must own it. And the relationship is just so cute. Am I into hockey romances now? Anyway, overall good time. Highly recommend if you're into like the kind of like sports setting, college setting, male romance. And it wasn't like too sporty, you know, because it was still focused on the relationship, but it did have like a little bit of hockey elements in there. It's set in like the Northeast. It was a good time. I was reading reviews just to kind of see like who else had read it or who else had done kind of like a review for it. And there was this one person who was like, that ending, what the heck? And I get that. I get what you're saying. But also, it wasn't about that. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna leave that for y'all to figure out when you read the book. But I think the ending was done so well. So good. Anyway, me still thinking about how cute that freaking book was. Anyway, okay. So the next book that I'm going to be reading for this vlog is Written in the Stars by Alexandria Belfleur, who is the author of, I think I just said the book that she's already written. Written in the Stars is the book that everybody knows, okay? Count Your Lucky Stars is the Netgalley book that I'm going to be reading. And it is a sapphic romance, I believe set in the Northwest, like either in Seattle or Portland. I couldn't tell. There was like a little tiny like landmark on the front cover. set in one of those places and I don't really know much about it. I'm gonna get more into kind of like the plot when I check in with you guys, because I truly know zero things about this book. Like, I really just be adding stuff to our Netgalley and being like, oh, that looks cute. Anyway, okay, so that's what I'm getting into next. It's gonna kind of have more adult vibes, I think. Like, I think it's more a little bit older than like the college age type of story. So let's get into it. Hello, party people. I'm at my grandma's house. We are snuggling. This is my, oh my God, this is my family's dog, Toe. Toto. He's asleep. He's very old, so he takes naps a lot. But yeah, his name is Toe because he used to lick toes when we were little. Isn't that crazy? I say we, like I have brothers and sisters. Okay, so I'm at my grandma's, and today I'm going to be starting Count Your Lucky Stars by Alexandra Bellafleur. This is a second chance romance. The main characters are like 28, 29, and one of them is like a wedding planner. The other one, I'm not sure what the other one does, but essentially they like used to be friends back in the day. It's a female romance, sapphic romance. And it's apparently the third book in the kind of like written in the stars romance, like I want to say trilogy, but it's kind of like how Chloe Brown is, kind of like how The Kiss Quotient is, where the romance is set in the same world, but the characters are different. So this is following the third set of characters from that kind of like series. So if you've read that, then that's what this Netgalley book is. But yeah, I'm gonna start this today and I will check in at the 50% mark. I feel like it's gonna be cute, good time. I have heard nothing but good things about this author and like the Written in the Stars book. I haven't heard much about the second one, but that might be because the second one is not female, so maybe people didn't read that one as much. But the cover's cute, and yeah, that's where we're at. I will check in at 50%, y'all. Also, like, update, what am I even doing right now? I'm at my grandma's. We're here for Christmas. None of my cousins are here this year, so I'm just chilling reading books. I think we might do some shopping today or go to the library because my grandma got rid of her Wi-Fi this year. So I'm just chilling with no Wi-Fi, and I've got to upload a video for the roomies today. So I think we're gonna go to the library, and I think they may have like a little free library situation. So we might take some of her old books, get new books. I'm not really sure. But yeah, so that's pretty much all that we're doing today. And I guess I'll check in with you guys at 50%. Also, do y'all like my robe? I just got this thing. You can't even see it, can you? The lighting in here is terrible. It looks like it's super early in the morning, but it is just because the windows are like right there and that one right there. And there's no light. There's no light in this room. Anyway, so like I said, my grandma does not have Wi-Fi. So I'm heading to the public library because that is who has Wi-Fi. And I'm going to work on a video. That's the update, guys. Nothing too exciting. But I have heard that the public library has free books. So maybe we'll get some new books today. Who knows what we'll find at the public library. So they do this thing at the library. It's called Friends of the Library. You can donate books and then they sell them and proceeds go to the library. Books are super cheap. I just got 4 books for $1. Bless them. Okay, really quick, y'all. What did I get at the library? It's only 4 books, so not a lot. But the first one is Queenie, which if you guys haven't heard anything about this book, it's just about this young, like 25-year-old Jamaican British woman who lives in London. And it's all about kind of like her life at this point, like what she's like going through in life, because she's trying to live like as a British person, but also as a Jamaican. And she's kind of like in 2 worlds, you know what I mean? She works at a newspaper and she's constantly comparing herself to like white middle class people. So it's all about her kind of like life experience at this point in her life. And I've heard nothing but good things about it, so I'm really excited to read it. The second one I got, this one I believe is a middle grade. It's The Night Diary, set in 1947. It's about this young girl named Nisha who is Aunt Sue. Okay, y'all, so I wish that I had brought my tripod, but I didn't. Okay, I even had that thought before I left California. I was like, should I bring my tripod? But I didn't bring it, okay? Neither here nor there. As you can see, I'm in my comfy, cozy robe. I saw my aunt earlier. She was like leaving the house. So I, didn't want to be rude and just keep like filming. So I decided to talk to her like a normal human being. Anyway, to go off of the books that I did have from the library, The Night Diary, it's about this young like girl named Nisha. Her family is literally leaving Pakistan. It's like 1947, and it's about her kind of traveling with her family and what they have to go through on this journey. And it's through these like letters that she writes to her mom, because her mom passed away when she was younger. So it sounds really interesting. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun, and I just really like the cover. I thought it was really sweet. Also, this was a Newbery Honor book. I think a Newbery Honor is like an award in the South, like in the state of South Carolina. So I just kind of like remember that from when I was younger, this like little award thing right here. You can't really see it. But yeah, so like that means something. Anyway, the next book that I got is The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime. Monique wanted to read this book a while ago. It's supposed to have an autistic main character, and we were gonna read it, but we ended up like not like purchasing it and doing it. And I'm like, for 25 cents, I am going to read this book. Christopher John Francis Boone knows all the countries in the world and their capitals and every prime number up to 7,057. He relates well to animals, but has no understanding of human emotions. He cannot stand to be touched, and he detests the color yellow. This improbable story of Christopher's quest to investigate the suspicious death of a neighborhood dog makes for one of the most captivating, unusual, and widely heralded novels in recent years. So there's the tea on that. Also, it's a little poodle, I think. Cute. So we'll see. I'm not sure if this is an Own Voices writer. Anyway, so that's that book. I just got it because I recognized it. I was like, what are the odds that this would be, at the library? They also had The Rosie Project, but we all know how I felt about that. And then the last one, this is a movie that I love, The Yaya Sisterhood. It's The Divine Secrets of the Yaya Sisterhood. This movie, like when I watch it, I've never read the book. This movie, when I watched it, it was like the perfect encompassment of the South. It's one of my favorite movies from like back in the day. A little side note, Monique and I are planning on doing a book club that's like a books to movie, like book club, basically, like movie adaptations. So I was like, oh my god, it might be fun to read The Yaya Sisterhood. Like, this movie was so influential in my childhood. All of the younger generation kids call my mom Yaya. Like, that's her, like, instead of grandma or granny or auntie or anything, they call her Yaya. When I was younger, I had no idea. I was like, what is Yaya? Because I was too young to watch the movie. Anyway, this was very influential and still is to this day. So I'm really excited to read that. So those are the books that I got at the library for a whopping $1, paid in quarters. Anyway, neither here nor there. So I'm officially at the 50% mark of Count Your Lucky Stars. I might finish it tonight because my cousin is literally driving in from Dallas like right now. So he's gonna get here at like 1:30 tonight. And I'm staying up to like let him in the house because my grandma and my mom and dad and everybody, they're like, you're the youngest, so you can let him in. So anyway, I might finish this tonight, I might not. So you might see me here in this place in the next clip too. But anyway, so I'm at the 50% mark. The writing is really good in this book. I'm liking it. It's feeling like a 4-star vibe. That's like how I'm feeling right now. They've already had the sexy time. And I think like the tropes that are happening right now is like the miscommunication trope. It is a second chance romance. And as far as representation goes, like one of the main girls is bi and the other one is pan. So like that's fun. I'm having a good time with that. It's just the miscommunication trope always annoys me a little. And it's like interesting how people see events, you know what I mean? How people are like, oh, it was your fault. And the other person's like, oh no, it was your fault. And I'm like, maybe it was both y'all's faults. Maybe that's what it was. So anyway, that's what's happening right now, but I'm not hating it. I'm having a good time. That just like little aspect kind of annoys me a little bit, but it's fun. It's a good time. It's good writing. Like I'm not bored. I skimmed like a little bit because there was this one part that was just like too much description. I was like, bro, we just want to know if they like get together, like just tell me what's going on. So I did skim a little bit, and I think that's why I'm not like giving it a full 5-0, because I'm like, all right, I could care less about this one part. Anyway, not to harp on that. That's where we're at, 50%, but we're feeling good. Like it's cute. You know what I mean? Set in Seattle. There's not much like Seattle stuff because basically it's just taking place in like this one apartment, and then like the wedding venue stuff because she's a wedding planner. That's what's going on. There is like an ex-husband situation happening. So I will be interested to see if she gets back with him, because it sounds like he kind of like steamrolls her a lot and takes advantage of the fact that she's nice, you know, come back into her life even though he did the cheating. And I'm like, hell yeah, if you're a cheater, you just need to stay a cheat and just go be with who you cheated with, you know? Like, we don't want you here. That's how I feel about that. We're gonna move on, and so I will check in with you guys at the 100% mark, and then I think that's gonna literally be the vlog. Like, I think we're done with Netgalley for the time being for this month. So, sorry, I thought I saw somebody in the hallway, and then I didn't, and I was like, I feel crazy. Yeah, that wasn't anybody. Okay, cool. See you at the hundo.
Weirdly enough, this is the quietest place around the house right now. Okay, so the end. Okay, I finished Count Your Lucky Stars. We're gonna ring it in at a 4 stars. It was so cute, very spicy. Loved the relationship, like the second chance romance, like that was really nice. Was not a fan of the miscommunication trope, so there's that. And also, I don't think it quite had that emotional tie to it that would give a romance a 5-star rating from me. But that's not to say it wasn't a good time. A 4 stars is still a pretty darn good rating. I really liked the writing style. I just thought it was very cute. It was a very cute romance. Very cute story. I would have liked to have seen more of the setting from this. I don't know. I wanted a little bit more of Seattle. But I'm like, maybe that's in the other books and she just didn't want to like repeat herself. I'm not sure because I haven't read the other one. You know, nitpicky stuff, little things. But anyway, so that's going to be the end of this Netgalley reading vlog. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. You guys got some good book recs. And yeah, I mean, overall, I think we had a pretty good Netgalley, like 2 months, I guess, at this point. So yeah, I know I definitely am going to be reading Midnight Girls because Monique said that it was good, and buying Icebreakers because that book was just like, it was so good, y'all. So good. Highly recommend. But yeah, for this book, if you are into sapphic, you know, northwestern setting, romance, you know, kind of like a grumpy, almost sunshine trope, but definitely second chance romance, friends to lovers, that kind of a thing, then this is the book for you. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. So if you like this video, give it a like for us, comment down below if you are interested in any of these books or are looking forward to read any of these. Turn on that notification bell if you want to support me and Monique on the channel, and click that subscribe button so that you know when we have new videos coming out. And until our next video, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.